I can refine top-tier elixirs every day, yet all I get to eat are the dregs clinging to the bottom of the furnace. That's because the freshly refined elixirs always vanish without a trace. At first, I suspected a thief was sneaking into my alchemy room. But after several days of stealthy observation, no thief appeared. Instead, the jade bottle next to the furnace was empty once more. However, while I was pondering for answers, I noticed the penniless scholar next door. Lately, he's suddenly become robust, and a faint spiritual energy circulates around his body. To prove my theory, today I did as usual. I placed the freshly refined spirit-nourishing pill into the jade bottle, then secretly peeked through a crack in the wall. Peeking into the penniless scholar's house next door, I saw a young woman in white holding an empty bowl, muttering something. In the blink of an eye, a perfectly round pill appeared out of thin air in the empty bowl. The young woman looked at the spirit-nourishing pill in the bowl, a joyful expression spreading across her face. She quickly poured the pill into a jade box nearby and continued to mutter incantations. From the other side of the wall, I bolted upright and rushed back to my alchemy room. My eyes stared intently at the empty jade bottle. Now, only a thin layer of medicinal powder remained. Then, right before my eyes, the last 3 spirit-nourishing pills that were left vanished one by one until none remained. It was cleaner than a scraped-out furnace. Then, I quickly ran back to the crack in the wall. Peering through the tiny, barely visible hole, I saw that the young woman's jade bowl was indeed full of elixirs again, as many as 7 or 8 pills. Damn it, this is utterly severing my path of cultivation. Is there no way out for me? Before I could finish cursing, I felt a tug at my hand. Before I could react, the very last batch of elixirs, freshly refined, vanished instantly. Soon after, a fragrant scent of medicine wafted from next door. The young woman began to refine the elixirs anew. Then, she transformed into a snow-white fox and obediently leapt into a nearby cage. I stared at the fox next door, my eyes burning with rage. Damn that Zhang Deshan, if only he had turned that fox into a fur cloak back then. None of this would be happening today. It turns out, several months ago, on a rainy night, the hunter Zhang Deshan from next door went hunting in the mountains and caught a white fox. Originally, Zhang Deshan wanted to use the fox for a fur collar, but that poor scholar next door. That night, for some unknown reason, he even sold 2 mu of his family's small plot of land, all to buy that fox. And ever since the grateful fox moved in next door, my miserable life began. That fox, I don't know how it knew I could refine pills. So it comes to steal my elixirs every single day. As for me, I've become a premium employee sent by the heavens. The spirit-nourishing pills that I meticulously refined with my sweat and labor, using precious herbs, now all go to feed 1 person and 1 animal next door. When I caught the scent of medicine from next door, I quickly filled the crack with soil and sand. Fearing the fox demon would realize I was spying, I then looked around my empty alchemy room. My eyes reflected sorrow and indignation. I starved myself to buy herbs. I dedicated my strength and mind to refining pills, only for it all to benefit others in the end. But how to get rid of the fox demon? I still have no plan. That's a fox demon that can use dark magic. It's already a blessing it hasn't harmed me. How can I, with my limited intellect, deal with a demon? Just as I was frustrated and about to turn away, suddenly, my movements froze. I turned to look at the spot where the alchemy furnace had disappeared. There was a pearl, the size of a pigeon's egg, emitting a gentle green glow. Most importantly, the characters +40 floated above the pearl. At that moment, my eyes blurred for a fleeting instant. A pop-up window appeared. Name, Shen Danshin. Skills, none. Points, 0. An anomaly detected. Drop points. Do you wish to collect? Collect, I said without hesitation, and as soon as the words left my lips, the green pearl on the floor vanished, while the golden finger window flickered. Name, Shen Danshin. Skills, none. Points, 40. I looked at my golden finger window with joy. Then I suppressed my excitement and began to study the golden finger. I discovered that wherever an anomaly passes, skill points would drop. One must constantly collect these dropped points. This would directly increase skill points. But my gaze fixed on the empty skill slot. Dissatisfaction surged immediately. HMPH, this golden finger only has points. What good is it without skills? But after pondering for a moment, I realized, since that fox demon can drop experience, it might also drop skills. even though I can't do anything to the fox demon right now, with the golden finger in hand. Sooner or later, there will be a day when I rise to power. Then I stroked my empty alchemy room, and quickly grabbed my herb-digging hoe and woven basket, heading into the mountains. Next door, they feasted on pills, while I still had to gather herbs for refining. Not long after, I collected a 30-year-old reishi mushroom and walked back into the village. But upon reaching the village entrance, I paused my steps. I saw a man dressed in coarse linen clothes. He was holding a snow-white fox and walking towards me. The man was tall and slender. His face was as beautiful as jade, and faint ripples of spiritual energy emanated around him. He was my sworn enemy, the penniless scholar next door, Fu Yanji. Isn't this Shen Danshin? Why are you so thin and pale? Are you so poor from refining pills that you can't even afford food? Fu Yanji stood before me, his eyes filled with mockery. Upon hearing him, I let out a cold snort, fearing the fox demon's power. While hesitating whether to retort, I saw Fu Yanji walk past me. You trash. The little fox in his arms also looked at me with mocking eyes. Those sparkling eyes were full of human intelligence, as if to say, your pills taste quite good. I watched their backs as they walked away. Then I spat hard on the ground. Just you wait. Sooner or later, I will turn your fur into a cloak. And as I was muttering to myself, suddenly, my vision blurred, and I saw a green light orb drop from the fox demon's body. But Fu Yanji and the fox demon didn't seem to notice the green light at all. That's another drop. I quickly walked closer to the orb, curious to see what good item this fox demon had dropped, but when I reached the orb and looked, I was disappointed once again. It was experience points again. The orb read, +5. Not the alchemy skill I desired, but I quickly adjusted my mood. Drops are better than nothing. Once I acquire skills, these points will become important. Accumulating a lot of points now won't hurt. Then I collected the experience points. The experience window showed 45 points. I carried the reishi mushroom back to my alchemy room. I placed the reishi mushroom directly beside the alchemy furnace, then sat down in a corner of the room. My eyes fixed silently on that reishi mushroom. But I didn't have to wait long. The next second, the reishi mushroom vanished before my eyes, leaving only a green orb. Seeing this, I gnashed my teeth in anger. Even worse, I could still hear faint complaints from the next room. Why is this reishi mushroom only 30 years old today? That poor alchemist next door gets lazier every day. He won't even go collect 100-year-old reishi. I still have to extract the impurities myself. Listening to the grumbling dissatisfaction, I silently went to collect the experience points, my brow twitching with fury. This is too much contempt. After I collected the experience points, I went to stand in front of the wall, carefully peeking through the tiny hole. I saw that the room next door had 2 oil lamps lit. The penniless scholar wasn't in the room. The young girl in white was forming hand seals, using alchemical fire to extract impurities from the reishi mushroom. Soon, she collected the purified reishi liquid into a jade bottle. The girl returned to her white fox form and leapt onto the bed. Just then, footsteps sounded from outside the door. I saw the penniless scholar, Fu Yanji, carrying a bucket of water, enter the room. Then he looked at the reishi mushroom liquid in the jade bottle on the table. I wonder which passing immortal mercifully bestowed this upon me? This humble one thanks you here and now. However, you send me reishi mushroom liquid every day. I have so much I can't even use it all. If tomorrow you would mercifully send a zoo fruit, that would be wonderful. Thank you, immortal. After the young scholar formally expressed his gratitude, he lifted the reishi liquid and drank it all, then fed the last remaining drop to the little fox. Damn it, the person who should be most thanked is me. I, in the next room, muttered, almost grinding my teeth to powder. After drinking the reishi liquid, the young scholar tidied the table. Before sitting down at his old, dilapidated study desk, suddenly, the little fox, I don't know where it got it from, carried a piece of gold leaf in its mouth and jumped onto the scholar's lap. All right, it's time for our evening reading. The young scholar embraced the fox. And noticed the gold leaf page it carried. He picked it up and examined it for a moment. He couldn't help but be startled. A book page made of gold? How extravagant. What kind of medicinal formula is this that requires gold to be used as a page for inscription? Little fox, where did you get this? The young scholar looked at the golden medicinal formula with curiosity. Let me see what's recorded in this medicinal formula. These seem to be ancient characters. Fortunately, my master just taught me a few days ago. I, secretly watching from the next room, was staring at the golden page. Suddenly, I saw 2 dazzling golden skill points drop onto the page. It left me stunned for a moment. This golden page is extraordinary. This golden page is extraordinary. After the young scholar pondered for a moment, he stroked the little fox's head. It turns out to be a medicinal formula intentionally written in a convoluted manner. Nonsense, the golden elixir path, soaring in broad daylight. This is clearly a children's tale. It's a useless garbage medicinal formula. But the little fox refused to agree. It hopped around, whimpering, looking very anxious. Seeing this, the young scholar said helplessly, all right, since you want to listen, I'll read it to you then. As soon as he finished speaking, the young scholar began to read the medicinal formula on the gold leaf. This was an unspoken understanding between him and the fox demon. This fox demon often brought back alchemy texts from unknown dynasties. The fox demon couldn't read, so he had to read them specifically for her. As the chanting resonated, suddenly the empty space before me in the next room flashed brightly. Incomplete golden elixir path skill. 1 incomplete chapter of ancient elixir scripture. Adding points will lead to mysterious changes. I just got an alchemy skill. Looking at the golden finger before me, my heart was filled with joy. I never thought secretly observing tonight would yield such unexpected benefits. An idea suddenly sparked in my mind. I directly added 10 points, and in the next second, the points before me changed again. Golden path skill 0.5. Remaining points, 40. After that, I felt a surge of heat throughout my body. A stream of spiritual energy formed in my dantian, then countless alchemy formulas emerged in my mind. I gained a profound understanding of controlling herb properties and fire levels, as if reborn. When I sensed the alchemy knowledge in my head, I couldn't help but be completely astonished. This skill is a direct transmission of knowledge. The golden path indeed lives up to its name as an ancient alchemy scripture. Haha, it looks like I need to collect more experience points. Then I looked at the experience points behind the golden path. It requires 50 points. When I looked at the experience points dropped from the elixir recipe next door, my eyes couldn't help but light up. If this skill is to be upgraded, including the 2 orbs in the next room, it should be enough. I slowly and carefully plugged the hole in the wall, then leaned against it. I must find an opportunity to collect those 2 golden lights. HMPH, tomorrow is the day. I wonder if that Fu Yanji and the fox demon will still go to the academy. Next day, I didn't rush out of the house. Instead, I waited for the fox demon and that bookworm to leave through the door before I opened the crack in the wall and peeked through. The gold leaf page was gone without a trace, but those 2 dazzling golden experience points were still there, unmoved. Then I walked out of the courtyard, seeing Fu Yanji carrying the fox disappear behind the village in the distance. I quickly climbed over the wall into the fox demon's house. My eyes sparkled as I looked at the 2 experience orbs. They read, experience plus 50. What exactly was that gold leaf medicinal formula? The experience points it dropped were even more than the fox demon's. I didn't waste words. I quickly collected the experience points. However, I didn't leave immediately. Greed arose in my heart. Haha, if I were to steal that gold leaf medicinal formula, would I be able to study it and gain experience points indefinitely? After long deliberation, reason finally overcame greed. That fox demon is not someone I can offend right now. As long as my alchemy skills improve, that gold leaf medicinal formula will be mine sooner or later. Upon returning home, I looked at the golden finger. Now I have 140 skill points. Upgrade. I looked at the golden finger. My eyes revealed anticipation. Then, my points vanished instantly. The entire golden finger window refreshed again. Golden path skill. Minor proficiency. Remaining points, 90. I only felt a resounding roar in my head. The next second, countless alchemy formulas poured in like a torrent. My understanding of the alchemy path instantly ascended several levels. I closed my eyes. In that blur, I seemed to see the circulation of spiritual energy between heaven and earth, and the distribution of essence within herbs. But soon, a curtain of mist appeared in the sea of my consciousness. This mist obscured even more profound alchemy formulas. I opened my eyes, a mix of surprise and uncertainty in their depths. It seems that upgrading the skill allows the golden path to continuously break through to the next level. When that time comes, I will surely become a master of the alchemy path of this generation. However, to upgrade to the next level requires 500 points, which is no small amount. But after some thought, I felt that I couldn't wait. This golden path, as an ancient alchemy scripture, must possess many more miraculous uses once its level increases. It's just that I haven't discovered them yet. Then I picked up my herb-digging hoe and woven basket, and walked into the mountains with a heavy heart, because today's herbs for refining pills had not yet been found. Before long, I collected several rare spirit herbs and even coincidentally found a 100-year-old Wangjing ginseng. I ate a small piece of Wangjing ginseng and immediately absorbed its energy in the mountains. I instantly felt spiritual energy overflowing in my body. I looked at the Wangjing ginseng and the remaining spirit herbs, hesitating slightly. I carefully hid the Wangjing ginseng in my shirt, then carried the spirit herbs and walked home. I knew these spirit herbs wouldn't last. That fox demon wouldn't leave any for me. So I didn't bother processing them, only hoping that the fox demon would be somewhat reasonable. Leave the Wangjing ginseng for me. But of course, most importantly, I must not let the fox demon find this 100-year-old Wangjing ginseng. I muttered to myself as I carefully wrapped the Wangjing ginseng, then used a wind sealing spell to seal the medicine box, before stuffing the Wangjing ginseng into my shirt. It was noon when I returned home. Hearing me open the door, the window of the next room suddenly opened. A fluffy white head popped out, craning its neck to look at me expectantly. Especially when it saw that I had brought back a few spirit herbs. The fox demon's eyes sparkled, and it almost drooled. I looked at the fox demon, who was craning its neck expectantly, and felt so angry my heart ached. This fox demon is too infuriating. So blatant. This is going too far. I gnashed my teeth in hatred. But I still walked calmly into the alchemy room, placing the spirit herbs next to the furnace. This time, I deliberately locked the spirit herbs in a medicine cabinet, then sat down beside it, unconcerned. Silently staring at the medicine cabinet, waiting for the experience points to drop. It's not every time the fox demon steals something that experience points drop. I haven't found the pattern of experience point drops yet. Otherwise, I wouldn't have spent 3 months to only collect 40 experience points. But as I waited, almost falling asleep, suddenly, the enlightenment of the golden core path in my body circulated on its own, and a wave of heat instantly woke me up. Then I unconsciously looked up, my pupils instantly constricted, and I quickly hid my expression. I only saw a young girl in white, her face full of a cunning smile. She walked through the wall and headed straight for my medicine cabinet. But as she was about to cast a spell to unlock it, she suddenly turned to look at me. When our eyes met, the young maiden was startled. She couldn't help but jump back 2 steps. As if a thief caught by the homeowner, she muttered a single word. "This kid can't see me, can he?" My heart was practically pounding in my throat. I quickly calmed my mind, pretending not to see the young maiden. Staring at the medicine cabinet behind the young maiden, I gritted my teeth and thought, "I'll see how my spirit herbs disappear." The young maiden still wasn't at ease. She circled around me several times. Seeing that I was still focused on staring at the medicine cabinet, not noticing her presence. She finally relaxed, about to cast a spell to unlock it. But who would have thought that suddenly the young maiden's nose twitched, as if smelling something. Then, the young maiden twitched her nose, sniffing, and walked directly in front of me. Both her eyes stared intently at my shirt, and at that moment, she muttered, "This little scamp is truly cunning. Now he even knows how to conceal his abilities. It's clear he found 100-year-old Wangjing ginseng, yet he doesn't offer it to Granny. He even dares to hide it himself. What a naughty child." Now, my eyeballs dared not move. Both my eyes stared at the distant medicine cabinet. Facing the fox demon so close, I couldn't help but cry out in my heart. Damn it, this fox demon is too cunning, isn't she? She actually found it. My 100-year ginseng probably won't be kept. Tonight, I can only slowly refine the spiritual energy. And in what state is this fox now? Has she possessed a body? I wondered inwardly. The fox demon looked at my chest. She extended a small, fair hand without hesitation, directly reaching into my shirt. Whoosh! The moment the fox demon's slender fingers touched my clothes. Suddenly, the golden elixir way, insight in my body activated automatically, and something shot out from the pores all over my body. A visible golden light. After the fox demon touched the golden light, she shrieked pitifully, unexpectedly being forced back into her original form. From a beautiful maiden to a thumb-sized illusory fox. It scurried back to the next room in a panic. From the next room, a sound arose. The pained cry of the fox left me speechless, my mouth agape. I seemed to be astonished by the scene unfolding before me. What kind of situation is this? My golden elixir way can subdue fox demons? I sat motionless in my spot, looking at the golden light emanating from my body. My eyes were filled with astonishment. The contempt I once held for this special ability now transformed entirely into mad delight. Unbelievable, it's truly unbelievable. My golden elixir way can also subdue demons. I feel incredibly awesome right now. Especially when I saw that bead lying on the floor. My eyes were even more filled with surprise. Received experience points plus 50. This has never happened before. Am I lucky today? Name: Shen Danshi. Skill: Elementary Golden Elixir Way. Points: 140. Or is it because the golden light harmed the fox demon, causing more experience points to explode? I am not foolish. Looking at the increased experience points, I could roughly guess, as countless thoughts flashed through my mind. Suddenly, a beautiful maiden shot out from the wall again. Now, the beautiful maiden looked furious, pouting aggrievedly. Her eyes were brimming with tears, as if I had committed some heinous, unforgivable crime. This moment, my heart felt nervous. But on my face, I feigned calmness, as if I didn't see the young girl. I kept staring at my sweet osmanthus tree, but my heart was utterly panicked. This fox demon isn't so angry that she's lost her mind and plans to kill me, is she? Should I strike first? But how should I strike? Or should I just rush over while emanating golden light like this? I saw that the young maiden moved deftly. Ignoring physical obstacles, I feared I wouldn't be able to hit her. The young maiden looked at the golden light circulating around my body, her eyes full of greed and incomprehension. But when faced with the golden light, she hesitated, not daring to approach, only cursing aloud. HMPH, you scoundrel. What in the world is this thing? It actually harmed Granny's spiritual essence. You're just an alchemist. How did you cultivate until you gained this Buddhist protective divine light? The fox demon circled me furiously. Finally, she picked up a furnace lid nearby and flung it at my head from a distance. It struck me, and I yelped once, my forehead instantly swelling red. The golden light couldn't defend against physical attacks, so my forehead immediately swelled up. You scoundrel, still pretending not to know who stole the medicine? Granny, I have been observing you secretly at the crack in the wall every time I project my spirit to steal divine medicine. I was just toying with you, pretending to be oblivious, that's all. You hypocrite, you wicked person deserves to die. You're good for nothing but bullying Ruan. Let's see if Ruan doesn't beat you to death. The young girl looked furious, cursing incessantly. Clearly, she was truly angry. She picked up another medicine from nearby and threw it again. This time, I couldn't dodge again. It hit my eye, leaving it black and blue. Seeing that the young girl was about to throw again, I couldn't take it anymore. If this continues, I'll surely be stoned to death by this fox maiden. So I pretended to be in pain, rolling around the alchemy room, rolling towards the young girl. This startled the young girl, her face turning pale. Fearing the golden core light on my body, she could only reluctantly gather the divine medicine and leave. The fox demon was gone. I stopped rolling in the alchemy room and looked at the vanished divine medicine. A pensive expression appeared on my face. It seems my previous actions of secretly watching the fox demon had discovered long ago. This fox demon was pretending not to know. Just toying with me, I suppose. My golden core light seems capable of suppressing and attacking the fox demon on a spiritual level. But it cannot defend against physical power. Previously, I thought the fox demon was using telekinesis. Now it seems I was mistaken. The other party was even separating their soul from their body. I secretly wondered, why separate the soul from the body instead of using demonic arts? Thinking of this, a sudden realization struck me. I recalled how the fox demon was caught by Zhang Deshan earlier, almost getting skinned for a fox fur cloak. My heart suddenly skipped a beat. Or was the fox demon severely injured? Therefore, she couldn't use demonic arts and had to risk separating her soul to move objects? Or is there another reason? I'm now in front of the crack in the wall. Staring at the crack for a long time, my heart felt extremely apprehensive. I didn't know whether I should continue watching. I am truly curious about ghosts and demons. Now I want to seize the opportunity to understand the fox demon's true nature. But what if I don't watch? It would seem like a thief with a guilty conscience. But if I watch, I'm afraid it might provoke the fox demon even more. My heart hesitated for a moment. I decided to widen the gap and quietly peek. Since the fox demon has already discovered my actions, if I don't continue to peek, it would be like fearing the fox demon would find my weakness. I slowly and carefully dug out the soil and sand. Peering through the crack, I saw a white fox still lying curled up in a nest nearby. And the young girl in white, slightly translucent, was processing the divine medicine in her hand with an exhausted demeanor. Her mouth kept cursing, "You evil person deserves to die. You damn alchemist. How dare you harm Ruan Ruan's soul? Ruan Ruan will never let you go. Ruan Ruan will represent the demon clan to punish you." I painstakingly cultivated until I could separate my soul, almost able to create a new physical body. But I was harmed by that scoundrel's golden core light. I don't know how much my cultivation has diminished. This scoundrel truly deserves to die. The young girl grumbled angrily to herself. Even her self-address had changed from Granny to I. But this kid's golden core light is so powerful. It just so happens that it can be put to good use. Earlier, I dug up a medicinal formula in that large tomb. In that large tomb, there's a difficult problem child to deal with. The young girl rolled her eyes. She seemed to have thought of something, a cunning glint flashing in her eyes. The young woman's hand movements were swift and agile, as if venting her emotions on the spirit herbs. Soon, the spirit herbs were extracted. Then, the young woman began refining elixirs while cursing. While refining the elixir, the young woman turned to look at the crack in the wall. Her eyes revealed cunning. The next second, she seemed to casually flick her arm. A drop of hot elixir liquid shot straight towards the crack. I couldn't close my eyes in time and cried out in pain. I immediately fell to the ground, covering my mouth with my hand in agony. I dared not cry out, only writhing on the ground in pain. In my heart, I kept cursing. This fox demon is clearly doing this on purpose. She's deliberately getting revenge on me. After a long time, the pain subsided. I opened my red and swollen eyes. Although that eye wasn't blind, my vision was blurry, clearly scalded by the elixir liquid. But it wasn't without some good coming from it. At least I learned a bit about the fox demon's background. In previous days, the fox demon's spirit seemed like a real person, but now it appears like a translucent, non-existent ghost. Clearly, she was significantly injured by my golden elixir light before, wasn't she? My confidence in confronting this fox demon has begun to grow somewhat. I am no longer a helpless pushover. However, the way the fox demon uses her spirit to manipulate objects still makes my heart tremble. This time she threw a furnace lid. Next time, she might throw the whole furnace. Especially since her spirit can pass through objects, making it even harder to defend against. Oh well, for skill points. Grandpa will endure it, I said to myself. Now, I had deluded myself into becoming the fox demon's grandpa. Of course, I hadn't never thought of escaping. Taking this opportunity to break free from the fox demon's control, and finding a place to start refining elixirs anew. It's just that I couldn't escape at all. Earlier, when I first discovered the fox demon was stealing elixirs, I also tried to escape. It's just that along the way, I encountered one. A fox with fur as white as snow. After it walked past me, I had no choice but to scurry back. Looking back now, that was clearly the white fox's way of toying with me, intending to teach me to be a free elixir refiner. To make me serve her. That invisible thread is the most powerful, and the most terrifying. No doubt, I was scared. I knew that was the white fox's warning. Since then, I never tried to escape again. Now that I know I have some ability to resist the fox demon, I instantly felt happy. My mood greatly improved. No longer eager to fight her to the death. Now I have the golden finger. Just secretly cultivate myself and collect experience points to upgrade my elixir refining techniques, that's enough. Am I still afraid that I won't be able to deal with the fox demon in the future? And the compensation is just refining elixirs for the fox demon, that's all. It's not a big deal at all. I am known as a master of elixir refining. As long as it allows me to gain experience points, even if I have to worship the fox demon like an ancestor, it's not a problem. However, the tree desires calm, but the wind does not cease. I wanted to quietly cultivate myself, but the fox demon would not allow it. Originally, I thought as long as I could gather spirit herbs, my days would be peaceful. However, on the third day, when I entered the forest to gather herbs again, I quickly encountered something strange. Today, I spent the whole day gathering herbs in the forest. I almost had to return empty-handed, but unexpectedly, a spirit bird flew into a large tree in front of me and died. It fell to the ground, its wing broken. I was overjoyed, about to go collect my windfall, but that spirit bird flapped its broken wing. It began gliding through the forest. I immediately gave chase. Although the spirit bird couldn't fly far, it scurried through the grass and dry branches. I chased it for 2 hours. Finally, it burrowed into a hole in the ground. The mouth of the hole wasn't big, about the size of a wine jar's opening. Damn it, why is this spirit bird so tough? Running for 2 hours, HMPH, consider yourself lucky. I grumbled, about to walk away, when I suddenly caught sight of a faint green light in a dark corner of the hole. Wow, that's the light of points. How can there be points in a hole? Or is this spirit bird a demon? There were also almost faded fox footprints on the ground. I hesitated. A massive amount of points was right before me. If I collected them, my golden core skill would definitely advance. Only by raising my alchemy skill would I have the courage to face that fox demon next door. Wealth lies in danger. Just then, I found an ancient jade piece at the mouth of the hole. The jade was emerald green, carved into the shape of an alchemy furnace, completely different from the jade artifacts of this dynasty. Could this hole lead to an ancient immortal's cave? I no longer hesitated. I turned back home to get an alchemy shovel. On my way back home, I found that a spirit herb had grown in the herb patch. Today was incredibly lucky. Not only did I successfully awaken my special abilities, but I also discovered a source of experience points. Even heaven is on my side. I immediately plucked the spirit herb, swallowed one leaf to absorb its power. The rest I moved to plant in the herb patch. Carrying the digging hoe, I headed back. As soon as I entered the courtyard, I saw that fox demon squatting at the window of the house next door, her neck unusually long. When she saw me dragging the digging hoe, a disdainful expression appeared on her face. Especially when she saw that I hadn't gathered many spirit herbs, her expression grew even more displeased. It wasn't until I placed a few spirit herbs in the alchemy room that her cunning eyes revealed an expression that said, "Consider yourself still somewhat intelligent." Then she turned and went back into the room. Not long after, the spirit herbs in the alchemy room disappeared. No experience points dropped on the floor. Relying on that fox demon for experience points is truly unreliable. HMPH. That ancient immortal's cave, I must dig it out, no matter what. I walked around the courtyard once, then picked up the grave digging shovel. Turning my back, I headed into the forest. Upon returning to the mouth of the hole, I found that the spirit bird was gone. That bird had escaped from the hole. The spirit bird got out, which means it's safe inside. I wasted no time and immediately started digging. I had only been digging for half an hour when the special ability window popped up in front of me. Experience points found. Do you wish to collect? Collect. Experience points rapidly increased. By noon, I had dug a large hole in the same spot. Let's see how many experience points there are. Name: Shen Danshin. Skill: Elementary Golden Core Art. Points: 350. What? Only 350 points? Only 150 points left to level up. I glanced at the sky. I can still dig for 2 more hours. Continue. Finally, at one moment, I stopped the hoe in my hand. Staring intently at the status window. Upgrade. A vast enlightenment of the alchemy path poured into my consciousness like a tsunami. The golden elixir way advanced from elementary to advanced. Golden light radiated brightly around me. The fragrant scent of elixirs naturally wafted forth. In my consciousness, countless alchemy formulas appeared. Fire control techniques, the matching of medicinal properties, appeared as if enlightened. However, that grand enlightenment of the alchemy path vanished in a flash. Most of the understanding was once again obscured by mist. I looked at the experience points on the status window. My teeth ached. From advanced to perfect. It requires 5,000 points? I let out a long sigh. Dragging the digging hoe, I returned home. Digging dirt is too tiring. I also have to solve the problem of transporting soil. I remembered my Loyang shovel from my previous life. At night, I came to blacksmith Zheng's house. "Uncle Zheng," I called out. I said, "I'm going up the mountain to gather herbs, so I need to make some special tools." Inevitably, I had to deal with the Zheng father and son. "Little Shen is here. Brother Shen, what are you forging this time?" Blacksmith Jung's son walked out. The item to be forged this time is different from what I've made before. I'll tell you the size and shape. I drew the design of the Loyang shovel on the ground. A Loyang shovel is not a typical digging hoe, so forging it isn't difficult. In fact, it's somewhat similar to ordinary iron. It just has an added wing for scooping dirt. What kind of thing are you forging? This is a spade, but this spade is too strange. It's just to make it easier for me to gather herbs in the forest. It's just for digging herbs, that's all. This reason sounded plausible. Come and get it tomorrow. Then I'll have to trouble Uncle Jung. How much is this spade? Next time, just help me refine a batch of spirit-nourishing pills, that'll be enough. As I was about to leave, Blacksmith Jung stopped me. Don't go yet, don't go yet. I have something good here. Don't you want to take a look? What good thing? He closed the door, then dragged an old chest out from under the bed and opened it. Little lad, do you want it? If you do, I'll give you a discount. In the chest were sharpened long swords and over a dozen arrowheads. Uncle Jung, do you not want to live anymore? This is a death sentence. All these iron ores, I secretly pilfered from that big client. I secretly skimmed off bits here and there. Take a look, do you want them? If you don't take them, I'm going to sell them off. Don't say Uncle didn't look out for you. When I have good things, I always think of you first. Yes, I definitely want them. But you know my financial situation. I'm afraid I won't be able to afford the price. We're from the same village. Money matters can be discussed. There will be other opportunities in the future. You just need to refine pills for me more often. I accepted the items and spoke seriously. Uncle Jung, there's something I don't know if I should say. What is it? Given our relationship, you can just say it. Swords are forbidden items. I don't know how many swords the other party asked you to forge. If trouble arises in the future, I'm afraid that client might kill you to silence you. Do you think I don't know the dangers of this? You probably don't think that I, just a country blacksmith, would have the chance to refuse, do you? My heart suddenly sank. The arrowheads are too conspicuous. Better to forge them into round steel pellets. Then, make a strong slingshot. Using steel pellets for self-defense should be enough. As for dealing with wolves and tigers, that will have to rely on traps. This kid is still as meticulous as ever. I'll forge these for you all night. You can come and get them tomorrow. However, as for the elastic bands for the slingshot, you'll have to figure that out yourself. It's not easy to find rubber that can shoot steel pellets. Leave the slingshot rubber to me. I'll definitely find a solution. And Uncle, please prepare some more steel wire for me. Setting traps in the mountains uses too much steel wire. Also, please prepare 2 or 3 more steel pipes for me. Setting traps in the mountains uses too much steel wire. Also, please prepare 2 or 3 more steel pipes for me. Upon returning home, I secretly watched the house next door through a crack in the wall. Fu Yanji was reading. The fox demon stood on the table, listening mesmerized, a faint demonic aura circulating around her. Suddenly, the golden core light in my body flared up. The fox demon in front of me had a stream of green wind swirling around her body. Within it, several strands of black demonic aura were mixed. That's when I looked at Fu Yanji. A faint stream of scholarly aura was also on his body, but it was somewhat impure, corroded by the demonic aura. This is demonic aura. Is that fox demon absorbing the scholar's scholarly aura? Early the next morning, a shout came from outside the door. Shen Danshin, it's time to go into the mountains to gather herbs. I quickly got up. I'm coming. The person who called me was Zhang Deshan, an old hunter in the village. He owed me a debt of gratitude as vast as a mountain. Ever since he knew that the medicine I refined was stolen, he often took me into the mountains, teaching me to distinguish rare spirit herbs. I walked out the door, glancing at Zhang Deshan. There was no unusual aura on his body. In the courtyard next door, the fox demon was curled up in a corner of the wall, staring at us with unfriendly eyes. In the courtyard next door, the fox demon was curled up in a corner of the wall, staring at us with unfriendly eyes. Let's go. Let's hurry into the mountains to gather herbs. Today I still need to pick up some tools at Uncle Jung's house. Uncle Jung, please wait for me. I ran to the blacksmith's shop. Uncle Jung, I'm here to pick up the items. Blacksmith Jung handed me a bag of steel pellets and a slingshot handle. These are the steel pellets you wanted. There are 300 of them. Use them sparingly. Then he picked up the slingshot handle. And the steel pellets too. This slingshot handle. But I hammered it out myself. It's enough for your descendants to use for 100 generations. Go and polish it yourself. Last night, for your items, young man, I had to work overtime until late into the night. I took the items and went to Zhang Deshan. Uncle Zhang, let's go into the forest. Along the way, Zhang Deshan spoke up. Your alchemy skills, young man, are getting better and better. Your ability to gather herbs surpasses mine. Isn't it all thanks to Uncle teaching me so well? The alchemy skills I'm proficient in are just enough to scrape by without starving. This young man truly surpasses his master. Your skill in refining spirit-nourishing pills is truly unmatched by me. I truly don't know what's in your little head to be able to refine such pure medicine. Uncle's skills are incomparable, you are too modest. This year, Master G seems to have raised the rent again. Young man, prepare yourself in advance. Never fall behind on rent. The alchemy room you're renting is Master Li's property. I frowned. Raise the rent again? Last year, the rent was just raised to 3 taels of silver. If it keeps rising like this, how are we supposed to survive? Even if this alchemy room belongs to his family, the medicine I refine isn't theirs. This is going too far. Sigh, circumstances force our hand. Besides accepting, what else can we do? After parting ways, I returned to the tunnel I had secretly dug to continue excavating. As I dug and dug, frost suddenly appeared on the cave wall. The soil had turned into frozen earth. I couldn't help but hesitate, but when I saw the experience points deeper within, gritted my teeth and kept digging. Suddenly, my Loyang shovel hit something hard with a clang. There were magical artifacts underground. I scooped away the dirt and found an ancient alchemy furnace. Mysterious patterns and medicinal formulas were carved upon it. Although I couldn't read them, I vaguely sensed that these characters might be related to a deeper alchemy technique. The next day, I dug up a lot more experience points. On my way back to the village, I encountered a donkey cart. The old farmer leading the donkey stared at the spiritual pill in my hand. Young man, is this spiritual pill for sale? Yes, certainly for sale. And how much does your spiritual pill cost? If you give me 600 coppers, I will sell it to you. The old farmer paid and drove his donkey cart away. Upon returning home, the fox demon came and stole my remaining spiritual pills as usual. I was both angry and helpless. Just you wait, I vowed. One day, I will catch you. By then, I'll make you refine pills and gather herbs for me every day. On the 3rd day, I refined another batch of high-quality spirit-nourishing pills. I planned to take them to blacksmith Zheng to settle my debt, but before I reached the smithy, I saw 2 donkey carts parked outside. Several old farmers were carrying bundles of straw out. Blacksmith Zheng must have guests. One of the old farmers was about to reach for something in the straw, but the older man next to him stopped him. That was the old farmer who had bought the spiritual pill from me before. Don't worry, this is our village alchemist. He whispered, I've seen him before. My pupils contracted. Where would blacksmith Zheng's house get so much straw? This was clearly a cover-up. The items wrapped in the straw must be weapons. These people definitely had unusual backgrounds. But I had my golden finger system cheat with me. My alchemy skills were advancing daily, and the light of the golden core protected my body. Once my alchemy cultivation reached completion, it would be time to deal with that fox demon. As for these people of unknown origin, as long as they didn't bother me, I wouldn't care to pay them any mind. Right now, the most important thing was to continue digging in that ancient cultivator's cave to gain more experience points and raise my golden core art to the perfect stage. I feigned composure and walked into the shop. I then placed the bottle of spirit-nourishing pills from my chest pocket onto the table. Uncle Zheng said, these are the pills for this batch, to settle the previous debt. Blacksmith Zheng's eyes sparkled. He opened the stopper and sniffed. A look of astonishment appeared on his face. The scent of these pills is so pure. Little Shen, your alchemy skills have improved even further. Uncle, you flatter me too much, I said, my gaze unintentionally sweeping over the old farmers. A corner of the straw they carried was exposed. Inside was clearly the hilt of a sword. Everything clicked in my mind. I didn't stay any longer. I picked up my Loyang shovel and slingshot and took my leave. Upon returning home, the first thing I did was peek through a crack in the wall. The fox demon next door was sitting cross-legged on the bed. Green demonic aura circulated around her body. She was clearly recuperating. Fu Yanji wasn't there. He must have gone to the academy. I looked at the fox demon's body and saw traces of black demonic aura appearing from time to time. My heart stirred. I quickly circulated the light of the golden core within my body. I focused my gaze, and as soon as I looked closely, I immediately gasped. The demonic aura in the fox demon's body seemed to be dissipating. And that black aura was continuously eroding her demonic core. No wonder she had to steal my pills every day. It wasn't just for cultivation, but also to use the spiritual energy in the pills to suppress the strange black aura in her body. So that's how it is. This fox demon has a hidden injury. I secretly rejoiced. If this is the case, once my golden core art advances another step, dealing with her will be even more assured. While I was thinking, the fox demon suddenly opened her eyes. Her gaze fixed directly on the crack in the wall, making my heart race. I quickly pulled my head back. HMPH, peeking again, are we? One day, I'll pluck your eyes out. The girl's angry voice came from the next room. I pretended not to hear, got up, and picked up my Loyang shovel. I slung a basket over my back and entered the mountains once more. The progress in excavating the ancient cultivator's cave was slower than I expected. The soil at the mouth of the cave was unusually hard. Every time I dug, the shock made my palms numb. I dug for 3 full days, yet only managed to go less than 2 zhang deep. But the harvest from these 3 days was immense. Name: Shen Danshin. Skill: Advanced Golden Core Art. Points: 1,200. 3 days of digging gave me 850 experience points, but it was still far from the 5,000 points required for an upgrade. On the 4th day, I unearthed an item. It was a palm-sized jade tablet, entirely emerald green. It felt warm in my hand. I used the light of the golden core to examine it. A stream of information immediately poured into my sea of consciousness. Spiritual Beast Contract Scripture, Incomplete Edition. Uses vital blood as a medium. Can form a contract with one spiritual beast, making it a servant. Once the contract is complete, the spiritual beast's life will depend on the master's thoughts. My hand holding the jade tablet trembled slightly. Spiritual Beast Contract Technique. What did this mean? It meant I could form a contract with that troublesome fox demon. Ha ha ha, heaven truly has eyes. Heaven truly has eyes. I threw my head back and laughed loudly, my laughter echoing throughout the cave. But soon, I calmed down. This contract scripture was an incomplete edition, and it required vital blood as a medium. There were still 2 more conditions before a contract could be made with a spiritual beast. First, I needed to raise the skill level. Second, I needed to find an opportunity to introduce my vital blood into the fox demon's body. With the fox demon's intelligence, how could she easily allow me to form a contract? No need to rush, I'll take it step by step. I continued digging. On the 5th day, the frost on the cave walls grew thicker. A musty scent permeated the air. I dug up a skeleton. The skeleton was in a cross-legged sitting posture, wearing decayed robes of a Taoist priest. Beside it were a few fragments of artifacts. This was the owner of the cave. I carefully searched around the skeleton and found 3 items: a spatial bag, a command token, and a palm-sized bronze fragment. The spatial bag was damaged. Most of the items inside had turned to dust. Only 1 pill bottle and a few spirit stones remained. I couldn't identify the pill, but the spirit stones were genuine, and there were 6 of them. Low-grade spirit stones, each imbued with dense spiritual energy. As for the command token, the character Gen, meaning suppress or guard, was carved on the front. The back was a topographical map. The bronze fragment was the strangest. It was densely covered with runic characters. I circulated the light of the Jintan, golden core, to inspect it. But I couldn't see through it at all. It seemed this bronze fragment was no ordinary item. I packed the items neatly and continued digging. On the 6th day, I finally dug to the heart of the wondrous cave, a stone chamber. It was about 3 zhang wide. In the center of the stone chamber was an alchemy cauldron. It was the same kind of alchemy cauldron I had unearthed earlier. Around it, various alchemy ingredients were scattered, most of them decayed. But among them, one spiritual herb had remarkably retained its vitality. It was an entire fiery red spiritual Ganoderma, growing on a black stone. It radiated a scorching aura, a 1,000-year fire Ganoderma. My heart pounded with excitement. This was a top-grade ingredient for alchemy. If successfully refined into a pill, it would be enough to significantly boost my cultivation. I carefully collected the fire Ganoderma along with the black stone, and put them together into my storage bag. Then, I continued searching the stone chamber. In a corner of the stone chamber, I found a hidden compartment. Inside the hidden compartment were 3 items: a scroll of alchemical scripture, a meditation manual, and a letter. The handwriting on the letter had faded. Only some parts of the content could be deciphered. My Taoist name is Qing Yun. I cultivated for 120 years, finally getting stuck at the Golden Core realm. Later, I stumbled into a forbidden land and obtained this bronze fragment. It is an ancient path of alchemy, named the Golden Core Path. However, cultivating this technique requires one's own vital life essence as a guide. A slight oversight leads to death, the path collapses, and lifespan ends. Therefore, I leave this wondrous cave, awaiting a fated successor. So the owner of this wondrous cave was Taoist Qingyun. What was recorded on that bronze fragment was the Golden Core Path, which I am currently cultivating. As for why he fell, it was because he made a mistake while cultivating the Golden Core Path, exhausting his vital life essence and dying. After I finished reading the letter, I couldn't help but break out in a cold sweat. My Golden Core Path, on the other hand, was directly upgraded by using my golden finger to add points. If I had cultivated normally, by now I would have followed in Taoist Qingyun's footsteps. Ha ha ha, this golden finger is truly amazing. It can even bypass such life-threatening techniques directly. How terrifying. I let out a long sigh, then collected the alchemy scripture and the meditation manual. Recorded in the alchemy scripture was a pill formula called the Foundation Establishment Pill. It could help cultivators break through to the Foundation Establishment realm. As for the meditation manual, it contained the Qingyun's secret art, Taoist Qingyun's primary cultivation technique. Its level was not low, but compared to the Golden Core Path, it was still far inferior. I searched the stone chamber one more time. Once I was sure nothing was left, I exited the wondrous cave. By the time I returned to the village, it was already dark. As soon as I walked into the courtyard, I saw the cunning fox demon squatting outside the window of the house next door. Her sly eyes stared at the basket on my back. "What are you looking at?" I said in annoyance. I didn't find any spiritual herbs today. Doubt flickered in the fox demon's eyes, but she said nothing. She turned and went back into her room. I walked into the alchemy room, closed the door securely, then took out the items from my storage bag and counted them one by one. The Foundation Establishment Pill Scripture, the Green Cloud Manual, 1,000-year Fire Ganoderma, 6 Spirit Stones, 1 Command Token, and the Bronze Fragment, and also the Spiritual Beast Contract Jade Tablet. If these items were placed outside, they would be enough to drive any cultivator mad, especially that Foundation Establishment Pill Scripture. If it were to leak out, who knows how many cultivators it would attract to fight over it. I must find an opportunity to refine this Foundation Establishment Pill. Even though I now possess the Golden Core Alchemy Path skill, my cultivation level is still at the Qi gathering stage. If I can consume a Foundation Establishment Pill to break through to the Foundation Establishment stage, dealing with that fox demon will be much more assured. However, the ingredients required to refine a Foundation Establishment Pill are quite numerous. In my hand, I only have the 1,000-year Fire Ganoderma as the main ingredient. Other supplementary ingredients still need to be gathered slowly. Several days later, during the day, I would go into the forest to gather herbs. At night, I cultivated the Golden Core Alchemy Path and dug in the cave to gain experience points. Half a month later, I finally gathered all the ingredients needed to refine the Foundation Establishment Pill. Name: Shen Danshin. Skills: Golden Core Alchemy Path, Advanced Spiritual Beast Contract Technique, Elementary. Points: 3,500. I upgraded the Spiritual Beast Contract Technique to the elementary stage, using 200 experience points. The elementary Spiritual Beast Contract Technique gave me a basic understanding of how to form a contract. To form a contract with a spiritual beast, 3 conditions must be met. First, the spiritual beast must be in a weakened state. Second, vital blood must be introduced into the spiritual beast's body. And third, a secret technique must be used to activate the contract. That fox demon was injured by the light of my Golden Core elixir. So she was already weak, coupled with the strange black aura in her body. This was the best opportunity to form a contract. But before that, I had to refine the Foundation Establishment Pill first. That night, I sealed the door of the alchemy room, cast a simple soundproofing spell, and began refining pills. The advanced Golden Core Alchemy Path allowed me to control the pill refining process as if reborn. The alchemy furnace was lit. I slowly added the ingredients. My 2 hands formed seals as if flying, continuously sending alchemy seals into the furnace. The ingredients in the furnace quickly melted, extracted, and fused. The entire process flowed smoothly like water, without the slightest hitch. 3 hours later, a fragrant medicinal scent wafted from the furnace. This was a sign that the Foundation establishment pill was about to succeed. I took a deep breath, then cast the final pill collecting seal. The furnace lid lifted, 3 golden, radiant pills floated out of the furnace, and fell into the jade bottle in my hand. The Foundation establishment pills were a success. Unable to wait, I poured out 1 Foundation establishment pill and swallowed it. As the pill entered my mouth, it dissolved instantly. A massive medicinal power erupted within my body, flowing into every limb and joint. I circulated the energy according to the Golden Core Alchemy Path technique, guiding the medicinal power to circulate through my meridians. 1 cycle, 2 cycles, 3 cycles. When it completed 49 cycles, a thunderous sound suddenly echoed within my body. As if some shackles had been broken, a powerful energy erupted from my body. Bottles and jars in the alchemy room vibrated, humming. Wow, Foundation establishment. I had finally broken through to the Foundation establishment stage. Feeling the immense power surging within my body, I couldn't help but roar skyward. But at that very moment, the door to the alchemy room was kicked open by someone. In the dead of night, not sleeping, a girl in white robes stood at the doorway, hands on her hips. What are you howling about? She glared at me with an annoyed expression. It was the fox demon. My heart skipped a beat, then rejoiced. Perfect timing. I stomped the ground and shot up, my entire body soaring. Golden core light shone brightly around my body. You wicked demon, stealing my pills, deceiving me for 3 months. Today is your day of reckoning. The fox demon's expression instantly changed. HMPH, you dare lay a hand on your granny? Lay a hand? I'm going to catch you and turn you into a fox fur coat. Without further ado, I activated the power of the golden core light and threw a full force punch at the fox demon. The fox demon's body flickered, and she turned into a white streak of light, evading it. Although she was a demon, her spirit was damaged, and her demonic power was greatly reduced. So she dared not directly face the light of my golden core. Alright, Shen Danshin, your granny just took a few of your pills, and you dared to attack. The fox demon was so angry she gnashed her teeth. A few pills, you say? You've stolen my pills for 3 months, a full 91 batches. Not a single one left for me. Do you call that a few pills? Today, if I don't beat you until you cry for your mommy and daddy, I'll no longer bear the surname Shen. With that, I clasped my hands, and the golden core light converged into a sword of light and slashed at the fox demon. This time, the fox demon couldn't dodge. The sword of light grazed her shoulder. A mournful scream resounded. The fox demon's body was sent flying, crashing against the wall. Demonic aura around her body violently churned. What kind of power is this? How can it hurt me? The fox demon clutched her shoulder. Her eyes filled with terror. It's the golden core light, specifically used to subdue ghosts and demons. I sneered coldly, then rushed forward. The fox demon gritted her teeth. Her body flickered, and she broke through the wall, escaping back to the next room. Without hesitation, I immediately smashed through the wall and followed her. The wall was punched into a large hole by me. In the next room, Fu Yanji was sitting at his desk, reading a book. He was startled by the sudden commotion. Shen Danshin, have you gone mad? Get lost, this isn't your business. I pushed him away, my gaze fixed on the fox demon, who was curled up in the corner of the room. She had now returned to her original form, a snow-white fox. Trembling, she looked at me, her eyes full of fear. Don't come any closer. The fox demon spoke in human language, her voice tinged with sobs. Now you know fear, don't you? Why weren't you scared when you stole my pills? I slowly stepped closer. The fox demon wanted to flee, but the light of my golden core had already locked onto her. No matter where she fled, she couldn't escape my attack range. I stole your pills out of necessity. There's a strange black aura within me. She stammered, I have to use the spiritual energy in the pills to suppress it, otherwise all. And what does that have to do with me? Whether you live or die is none of my concern. The fox demon trembled with anger, but then instantly softened. Please, spare my life. I won't dare again. I can spare your life, but you must form a spiritual beast contract with me. Accept me as your master, and I will spare your life. Dream on. How can I, with noble heavenly fox bloodline, accept a human cultivator as my master? Then go die. I raised my hand. The light of Jintan converged into a sword of light, ready to strike down. Wait, I surrender. That's better. I retracted the sword of light, then extended the jade tablet in front of it. Use your vital blood as a medium, and form a contract with me. Defiance flickered in the fox demon's eyes for a moment. Finally, she bit the tip of her tongue, spitting out a drop of vital blood. It fell onto the jade tablet. I also bit my fingertip, and dropped a drop of vital blood. The jade tablet shone brightly. A stream of profound characters floated out from it, separating and entering the space between my eyebrows and the fox demons. In the next moment, I felt a certain connection in my mind. It was the sense of a contract between me and the fox demon. From now on, the life and death of this fox demon would be at my command in a single thought. Master, the fox demon lowered her head. Her voice was filled with humiliation. What's your name? Ruan Ruan. Ruan Ruan. I looked her over. A slight smile appeared at the corner of my mouth. A good name. From today onwards, you must refine pills, gather herbs, and do miscellaneous tasks for me. When you have fully repaid the 91 batches of pills you stole, then we can talk about your freedom. 91 batches. Are you trying to kill me? Do you think that's too much? Then it's 182 batches. No, no, no. 91 batches it is. Fu Yanji, who had witnessed the entire scene from the side, now had a pale and then green face. Shen Danshin, you dared to contract my fox? He pointed at me, too angry to speak. Your fox, you say? Did you buy this fox? Then do you know it stole 91 batches of my pills? Since you're its master, the debt it owes me should be repaid by you, right? Fu Yanji was instantly speechless, his face flushed red. After a long while, he still couldn't utter a word. Since you can't repay it, I said, then shut your mouth. I grabbed Ruan Ruan by the scruff of her neck and carried her back to my own house. From today onwards, I declared, she is my fox. Fu Yanji trembled with rage. But when he looked at the large hole in the wall, and then at the Foundation establishment level aura radiating from me, he finally dared not say anything. Back in my alchemy room, I threw Ruan Ruan onto the floor. Tell me, what is that black aura in your body? I was originally a heavenly fox on Qingyun Mountain, cultivating for 300 years. I was just one step away from forming my demon core. Half a year ago, I accidentally entered a large tomb, intending to seek fortune, but instead, I was infiltrated by a strange black aura from within the tomb. That black aura continuously devoured my demon power. I used all my might to escape, but my demon core was damaged, and my demon power plummeted to its lowest point. Later, I was captured by the hunter Zhang Deshan and then bought by Fu Yanji. To suppress the black aura in my body, I had no choice but to steal your pills. Where is that large tomb? It's in the depths of Qingyun Mountain. Master, surely you're not thinking of. Precisely, I'm going to take a look at that large tomb. A place capable of generating such strange black aura must surely contain a large amount of experience points. Besides, since you are my spiritual beast, I naturally must help you deal with the black aura in your body. Ruan Ruan was stunned, as if she hadn't expected me to say such a thing. Master, stop blabbering and lead the way. Several days later, I cultivated to solidify my foundation establishment and prepared the necessary items for tomb exploration. I ordered a new set of equipment from blacksmith Zheng: flying steel palms, an extendable staff, a self-defense dagger, and a lightweight yet tough leather armor set. Blacksmith Zheng looked at my order with an increasingly strange gaze. Little Shen, are you going to rob a tomb? Uncle Zheng, you're joking. I said, I'm just going to venture into the valley to find rare herbs. I replied casually. Blacksmith Zheng didn't question me further. He merely warned me to be careful. 3 days later, everything was ready. I took Ruan Ruan into the depths of Qingyun Mountain. Even though Ruan Ruan had accepted me as her master, she still complained non-stop along the way. Master, are you sure you want to go to that large tomb? It's very dangerous inside. Last time, I almost didn't make it out. With danger comes reward, but if you keep talking, I threatened, I'll add 10 more batches of pills. Ruan Ruan immediately shut her mouth. After traveling for half a day, we arrived at a hidden valley. Weeds grew profusely in the valley. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary, but Ruan Ruan suddenly stopped. The entrance to the great tomb is behind that large rock. I walked over, and indeed, behind the giant rock, I found a cave entrance obscured by vines. The cave entrance wasn't very large, just enough for one person to squeeze through. It was pitch black inside, I couldn't see my own fingers. An icy aura surged from within the cave, making one's hair stand on end. I used the light of the golden core to illuminate the cave entrance. I squeezed into the cave first, with Ruan following closely behind. Inside the cave was a narrow passage. Both walls were covered in strange characters. I used the light of the golden core to examine them and found that these characters had faint spiritual energy fluctuations. They seemed to be part of a formation. It appeared this great tomb was no ordinary place. After walking for about half an hour, the passage suddenly widened. We arrived at an underground hall. The hall was circular, with a diameter of about 10 jong. In the center, a large stone coffin lay. The coffin was covered in carved characters, the same kind as those in the passage. And all around the underground hall, countless skeletons were scattered. Some of these skeletons were human, others animal. They lay densely, at least 100 of them. Master, last time I was attacked by the black aura right here. I focused my gaze and saw that on the stone coffin. A wisp of black aura floated out, condensing in the air into strange shadowy figures. These shadowy figures were vengeful spirits. As I observed, a magical power window suddenly appeared before me. Large amount of experience points found. Do you wish to collect? My heart was almost ecstatic. Every shadowy figure in this underground hall was an experience point that could be collected. Collect. My points increased wildly. In an instant, they surpassed 5,000 points. Upgrade. I upgraded the golden core path from the advanced stage to the perfect stage without hesitation. Skill. Golden core path, perfect stage. Points. 6,800. A vast enlightenment of the wondrous elixir path poured into my consciousness. I only felt as if something had exploded in my head. At this moment, I finally understood the true essence of the golden core path. I threw my head back and laughed uproariously. A brilliant golden light enveloped my entire body. The entire underground palace was illuminated as if it were daytime. The shadowy figures that floated about, when met with the golden light, were like ice and snow encountering fire. They all dissipated. Points plus 100. Master, you've broken through. Ruan's eyes widened, her face filled with astonishment. Not just a breakthrough, I can feel the surging power within my body. Current me, with just one palm strike, could defeat 30 former selves. At that very moment, the stone coffin in the center of the underground palace suddenly shook violently. A terrifying aura surged out from the stone coffin, at least 10 times stronger than before. Who dares to disturb my slumber? The stone coffin lid exploded with a loud bang. A wisp of black shadow shot out from the coffin, landing on the ground, and transformed into a middle-aged man in a long black robe. You mere Foundation Establishment realm brat, how dare you trespass into my tomb? Are you the owner of this great tomb? I am the 7th sect master of the Qingyun sect. My Taoist title is Xuanming. Little brat, do you know the consequences of intruding into my tomb? Consequences? What consequences? Master, be careful. I stood still, unmoving. In the blink of an eye, just as the tendrils of dark energy were about to touch me, the light of the golden core in my body violently erupted. The golden core light in its perfect stage was more than 10 times stronger than when it was merely advanced. The golden light was like a scorching sun, and the dark energy was like melting snow. In the instant the tendrils touched the golden light, they disintegrated into nothingness, finger by finger. Points plus 500. What kind of power is this? The golden core light, specializing in eliminating ghosts and demons. You haven't been alive for a long time, you're merely a fragment of a vengeful spirit inhabiting this body. To encounter me, you are truly unlucky. I raised my fist and punched. The golden core light converged on my fist, forming a golden ball of light that collided with a black long spear. With a resounding crash, the black long spear immediately exploded. The golden ball of light, undiminished in power, shot towards Taoist Xuanming's chest. Impossible. I cultivated for 300 years. How could I possibly lose to a mere Foundation Establishment realm brat like you? Cultivated for 300 years and you're still just a vengeful spirit? You're not that impressive after all. Hand over all your treasures and techniques, and I'll grant you a peaceful death. Dream on, then go die. Wait, he cried, I surrender. I surrender. He took out a storage bag from his chest pocket and threw it before me. I caught the storage bag. Opening it, I saw 3 items inside: a scroll of techniques, a command token, and another bronze fragment. A thought suddenly struck me. I took out the bronze fragment and realized that this piece could mysteriously fit together with the piece I obtained from Taoist Qingyun's cave. After the 2 fragments were joined, the characters on them became even more complete. I could faintly make out a map. What is this bronze fragment? I don't know either. I obtained this item from a forbidden land. I studied it for hundreds of years, yet couldn't fathom its secrets. I only knew that it concealed an ancient alchemy technique, named the Golden Core Path. I, myself, made a mistake while cultivating this technique, which led to chi deviation, transforming me into this half-human, half-ghost state. So that's how it is. This Taoist Xuanming also cultivated the Golden Core Path. It's a pity he had no golden finger. His cultivation went awry. He cultivated himself into a vengeful spirit. Alright, you can die now. You promised me a peaceful death, and now I'll grant it to you myself. I unleashed a golden core light punch, directly blasting Taoist Xuanming's body into dust. Points plus 2000. After Taoist Xuanming dissipated, he dropped 2000 experience points. My heart was instantly delighted. I opened the helper window. Name: Shen Danxin. Skills: Golden Core Path, Perfect Stage, Spiritual Beast Retail Contract Technique, Elementary. Points: 10,300. Over 10,000. I took a deep breath, suppressing the excitement in my heart. Exiting the Great Tomb, it was already dark outside. Ruan and I traveled all night, only returning to the village the next morning. As we reached the village entrance, I saw a large crowd gathered in front of my house. I quickly walked closer. In the crowd, Blacksmith Zheng saw me. His expression changed. Little Shen, you're finally back. Something big has happened. What big thing? Last night, he explained, Wealthy Li brought people to collect rent, saying he would reclaim your alchemy room. You weren't there, so they broke in. And the result? What was the result? They found a pile of swords and blades in your alchemy room. They said you were hiding forbidden items and were going to report you to the authorities to have you arrested. Hiding forbidden items? When did I ever hide forbidden items? Wait, those swords, could they be the ones Blacksmith Zheng forged? But I distinctly told Blacksmith Zheng to forge those swords into steel pellets. How did they end up in my house? At that very moment, the crowd parted. A man dressed in fine silk robes, a portly middle-aged man, walked out. It was Wealthy Li himself. Shen Danxin, you're hiding swords, plotting rebellion. What punishment do you deserve? Wealthy Li, you say I'm hiding swords? Do you have proof? Proof? The swords found in your alchemy room are the proof. That's the evidence. Where are the men? Seize this traitor for me. Master, deal with these people for me. Just don't kill them. She had been holding in her frustration for a long time. Upon hearing this, she instantly transformed into a streak of white light and shot out. Only mournful screams resounded. Over a dozen servants all fell to the ground in an instant, groaning incessantly. Demon. What demon? Tell me, who put those swords in my alchemy room? I don't know. I snorted coldly, circulating the golden core light. An invisible pressure enveloped Wealthy Li. I'll talk. It was Fu Yanji. Fu Yanji ordered me to do this. I frowned, my gaze sweeping through the crowd. Outside the gathered crowd, a scholar in coarse linen robes was slowly backing away. Fu Yanji, where do you think you're going? My body instantly appeared in front of him, and I grabbed him by the collar. Shen Danxin, listen to my explanation first. You and Wealthy Li colluded to frame me. What more is there to explain? I was just momentarily blinded by greed. You snatched my fox. My heart felt unwilling. Snatched your fox, you say? When that fox demon was stealing my pills, why didn't you say she was your fox? Now that I've tamed her, you suddenly remember she's yours? Enough. No more talking, let's go to the yamen and clear this matter up. No, please don't report it to the authorities, Brother Shen. Master Shen, I beg you. For the sake of us being neighbors for so many years. He pleaded, forgive me this one time. I won't dare again. I can forgive you, but you must compensate me with 2 mu of your farmland. Then this matter will be considered closed. That's my family's ancestral land. Then I'll report it to the authorities. I agree. I'll go back and get the land deed right away. HMPH. This is more reasonable. Master Shen. Wealthy Li spoke up. I, too, was deceived by Fu Yanji. Your honorable magnanimity. Please forgive me. Forgive you? You brought people to break into my house and intended to report me to the authorities for arrest. Do you think saying, I was deceived, will end this matter? I am willing to compensate you. I'll waive all your rent for this year, and from now on, I won't collect rent anymore. Then add another 100 taels of silver. 500 taels. Wealthy Li's face turned pale. But when he looked at Ruan behind me, who was staring at him like a tiger eyeing its prey, he still gritted his teeth and said, 500 taels it is. Everyone, disperse. I waved my hand once, and the crowd instantly dispersed. Back in the alchemy room, I placed the money and land deeds I had acquired today on the table. My heart felt incomparably joyful. Master, you were so majestic just now. Stop flattering me. From today onwards, you must cultivate diligently. Refine pills well. You still owe me 41 batches of pills. Calling me master is useless. I stood up, walked to the window, watching the villagers gradually disperse outside the courtyard. A slight smile tugged at the corner of my mouth. From today onwards, Shen Danshin is no longer a poor alchemist whom anyone can bully. Anyone who dares to bully Shen Danshin again will face this kind of power. Shen Danshin raised his hand and waved once. A golden light instantly flashed. A hole in the wall was repaired in an instant, and faint golden light circulated around it. That was a barrier condensed from the light of the golden core. If an ordinary person touched it, they would be blasted away. Ruan looked at that layer of golden light, and shrank her neck. She knew that from now on, it truly seemed she couldn't escape this man's grasp. But for some reason, a small sense of expectation secretly stirred in her heart.